Hi, this is cybersecurity expert Reginald Andre. I hope all is well with you today. On Tuesday, I made a video about scamming and domains, and today I want to do a video about a phishing email that I just got about 2 hours ago, and I want to give you a live example of how it works. Now, with a lot of people working from home, your typical firewall security that your corporations may have, they're not at your home. You're sitting behind your Comcast or your AT&T router, and you don't have the same protection that you may have from work. So today I want to give you an example. I've turned off most of my security settings on my computer. So this is basically just a regular home computer. And I want to give you an example to show you how the bad guys are able to send phishing emails, what you should be looking for, and different things that security products you should have on your computer to protect your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And for those of you that's just joining us, this is an email that I got at 3:54, so a couple of hours ago, and I'm going to show you how phishing emails work, what to look for, and if you do fall for it, what would have happened. So first thing here you're going to notice is that this email is from a Lewis at archiveamerica.com. So far everything looked good. That looks like a legit domain. It's not like a .jp or .ke from another country. It's a .com email. And you're going to see here that it has a Miami address as a signature. The email, everything looks professional. So you're going to notice that the to part, however, doesn't have my email address. It should have had andre@arcsolvers.com, but instead it says mail support@microsoft.com. So that's your first warning that this is a suspicious email. Also, if you don't know who Lewis is, you weren't expecting an email from Lewis, then that would be your second warning that this is a suspicious email and you shouldn't go any further. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I deal with a lot of people. I do a lot of networking events and so forth. So I wasn't 100% sure that maybe, you know what, maybe I do know Lewis. So the next thing I did was I highlighted his domain. I opened up my web browser and I just went to the website. Let me see what Lewis is about. And here the website looks legit. It has email. It's not the prettiest website, but it looks legit. However, another red flag, my third red flag, is that you notice here where it says not secure. This tells me that more than likely somebody didn't put a lot of effort into this website. They did it overnight, and that they don't have the proper certificates to make their website secure. And what that means is if I were to enter any information on this website, when the information passes over the internet, it passes over in what is called plain text, which means that the bad guys can read it. So now I'm going to go back to the email, and again, it has an attachment. If I wasn't expecting anything, I wouldn't click on any attachment. Well, let's just say that you do. And again, here on the to part, you'll see that it's not addressed to me. And now I'm going to hover over, and it's going to go to a website that says samepage.io. And that's another red flag. What is samepage.io? It's not Microsoft, it's not Dropbox, it's not the archiveamerica.com domain. It's going to a totally different domain. So right now, I want you to comment below. Would you have fell for this so far? So if you would have fell for this right now, go ahead and hit yes. And if you are pretty savvy and you think that so far you wouldn't have fall for it, go ahead and type in no for me. So next, I'm going to click on the View Completed Document, and it's going to the samepage.io, and it wants me to review this file. Again, be very careful on clicking things, especially when you're on the web. And I'm going to hover over here to Review File here. Now, most corporate firewalls would have stopped this by now. It would have realized that this is going to a .ke domain. What is KE? I don't know. and it's going to this long domain here. And most corporate firewalls at your business would have stopped this. Now, if you just have a regular router at your business, then it would not have stopped this. And if definitely the router at your home and you're working from home and you have your employees working from home, it definitely would not catch this. And now the next thing that that you would do is click on one of these. And let's just say Microsoft Office 365, which is a very common, very common email service. And we click here, and that's how they're going to get you. They're going to want you to put in your email. So I'm just going to do test@aol.com, and I'm going to put the password. And once I do sign in, they got you. From there, what they're going to immediately do is log into your email. They're going to download all your emails. So think of all the transactions you've done. If somebody has sent you any private, confidential information, depending on your industry, it could be contracts, it can be permits, it could be sensitive information. They're reading all of that information. They're looking for passwords. They're looking to see if you've ever maybe sent a credit card. How many of you have ever had a vendor that said, send me a copy of your driver license, send me a copy of your credit card, or write to me your credit card number, your social security number, your home address, your pet's name, any of that information. The bad guy, and this is automated. This is not a person that's just going click by click on your email. It's automated. They know what keywords to look for. And once they find that, they start going to your other websites. For example, your Dropbox, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Bank of America. They're starting to go through all of those websites to see how they can get information about you and be able to use it, be able to steal your data, be able to share your data with competitors and sell it. From there, what's going to happen is they're going to take all of your contacts and they're going to then send an email that says, hey, this is Joe. I need you to click on this link and download this link. And it's a cycle. So if you've ever gotten an email from a friend, business associate, and you can just tell that something's wrong with the email, this is exactly what happened. At some point, that person went online, they clicked on something, they put in their credentials, and that's what happened. And they got phishing and they got hacked. We've had clients, I mentioned the other day, about 2 weeks ago, they got about $80,000 that they wired to a company, and it was fraud, and it doesn't look like they're going to get their money back because they actually initiated the form. It's not like someone just went into their bank site and just took the $80,000. They actually wired the form of $80,000. And this is all how it starts. And when you don't have the proper security and you're having your employees work from home and you're sending your employees with laptops that don't have the certain software, that don't have the firewalls, that don't have monitoring on the laptops, you are asking to be hacked. Also, you have a business and your business does not have a firewall router that is reading these links, that is checking to see, is there something happening on the network? Why is someone going on this website? Again, you're just asking to be hacked. So I hope this was useful. So in the future, if you ever get something like this, the first thing you want to do is forward this to your IT company. If you don't have an IT company, you can always call us. We'll help you with that. But you definitely want to forward this and mark it as, have them whitelist this. And what whitelist means is, in the future, if this archiveamerica.com goes into your domain email where all your employees, so for example, we're ARC solvers. So in the future, if archiveamerica.com ever sends us an email, it's automatically going to be marked as spam. And why is that important? Because I may have been tech savvy enough to catch it and to see that this was a scam. However, my assistant or somebody else in the office or in your office may not be able to catch it. So just because you think that you're tech savvy enough to know that this is a scam, that doesn't mean everybody in your company will know that. In addition to that, since you don't have that co-relationship where you can just go over and say, "Hey, Susan, did you see this email, or does this look legit?" You're just multitasking. You may have kids in the background. You may be cooking. You may be doing whatever you are doing, working from home, and you're not fully concentrating on these emails. So that's why it's very important to have security and to have proper firewalls for your employees while they work from home. So I hope that this video was useful. I'm going to go ahead and now look at the comments just to see if there was any questions. I'll stop sharing my screen as well. So someone is asking, would a firewall been would an antivirus would have been able to prevent this? And the answer is no. Actually, the antivirus is one thing I did not turn off on my computer, just because I'm paranoid like that. And antiviruses don't check for phishing, because what you're doing is you're essentially going on a website, and had you download something, the antivirus may have caught it. However, when you're on a website and you're just typing in information, that's not the goal of the antivirus. The antivirus is just seeing what files are you downloading onto the computer, and when this file opens up, either be an executable file, a Word document, a spreadsheet, or whatever the case is, it's checking to see if that has a virus, and if it does have a virus, then it's going to stop it. But with cybersecurity, it's not just having antivirus. Cybersecurity is like an onion, and you have to think of how an onion has layers. So an antivirus is just one layer of the cybersecurity, but there's so much other things in cybersecurity, such as training, such as firewall routers, and there's a tons of other stuff that you have to consider for your business. So if you don't have this, please give us a call. We'll be more than happy to do an assessment on your network to see what's really happening, and would one of your employees have been able to fall for this. I hope this was useful. Have a good day, and until next time, stay safe.